is the true king of Christmas movies? Santa? Jack Skellington? Jimmy Stewart? It's probably not the Grinch, but that bad banana with a greasy black peel is absolutely in the conversation. There are few Christmas movies as iconic and essential as How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The original 26-minute animated Grinch packs a lot of punch. It's heartwarming. It's weird. It's got iconic songs. It's got rhymes. And it has entered that often imitated, never duplicated territory in the 21st century as the Grinch has proliferated to the big screen, the Great White Way, and even podcasts. That means many actors have attempted to inhabit the Grinch. Here are some of the best and most notable actors to play the lonely creature with garlic in his soul. Boris Karloff. It's unlikely that there will ever be a Grinch as iconic as the original animated Grinch and Rankin-based 1966 classic. It was a perfect storm with Dr. Seuss' involvement, the incredible art of Chuck Jones, and the unmistakable voice of the great Boris Karloff, who lent his voice to the narrator and the Grinch. However, he is sometimes mistakenly given credit for the equally iconic singing of Thurl Ravenscroft on You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. Jim Carrey. The first live-action Grinch arrived in 2000 with Jim Carrey donning a green face for not the first time in Ron Howard's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's not regarded as a classic, and for good reason. Carrey does well with the role, but Howard's frantic movie seems to be aiming for a Tim Burton-esque whimsy that never really clicks. There's also something slightly grotesque about this Grinch that might make sense intellectually but feels off-kilter in a children's movie. You have to want to spend time with the Grinch once he embraces the spirit of Christmas, and Carrey's Grinch looks more likely to give kids nightmares than the warm fuzzies. Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch voiced the next feature film version of Whoville's grumpiest resident in 2018's Dr. Seuss the Grinch. The film departed from the usual story to present a younger Grinch who was still bent on taking Christmas from the good folks of Whoville. It was moderately better received than the last Grinch feature. Plus, giving the musical reins to Tyler, the creator was surprisingly inspired. Matthew Morrison. Matthew Morrison put on the green fella's fur for the stage adaptation of Dr. Seuss' story, Dr. Seuss How the Grinch Musical Live. The Glee star took the lead in NBC's television adaptation of the Broadway musical. The adaptation of the musical also starred Dennis O'Hare as Old Max, Boo Boo Stewart as Young Max, and Amelia Minto as Cindy Lou Who. While the stage musical has some charms, the NBC special was received with the same sense of disappointment the denizens of Whoville felt on Christmas morning. Maybe it was the farts. Maybe it was the social distancing jokes. Maybe it was the Trump impression. Who knows?